Megyn Kelly shaking and crying after Trump delivers her most feared nightmare overnight. Megyn Kelly decided to take on Donald Trump with a series of gotcha questions back in August 2016 at the first presidential debate on Fox News. This marked the beginning of Kelly's transformation as she sought to become the next Barbara Walters. Now, reports say that Kelly is shaking and crying as her worst nightmare just happened overnight, and it is the perfect revenge by President Trump for things that the former Fox News anchor did that most people don't even know about. Last night marked the beginning of the end of Megyn Kelly's big dream of becoming a hard-hitting TV news journalist, as NBC dropped the bad news on her. But, before we get to that, let's review how Megyn Kelly imploded a pretty successful career when she decided to use Donald Trump to achieve her aspirations. It's a dream that began when Kelly was hosting her own show at Fox News and thought she was better than just being the blonde star of Fox's nightly lineup. She wanted to be known as a female Walter Cronkite. So, she hatched a plan and then found the perfect vehicle in Donald Trump, or at least she thought, to achieve that big dream. Kelly is a New York liberal, and craving the kudos from the Hollywood crowd, she set out to make her journalistic bones by taking on and besting Trump. With her gotcha questions in hand at the first presidential debate, she was giddy with anticipation. Mr. Trump, one of the things people love about you is you speak your mind and you don't use a politician's filter. However, that is not without its downsides, in particular, when it comes to women. You've called women you don't like fat pigs, dogs, slobs and disgusting animals, said Kelly. Trump cut her off with ease, coming back with a joke. But, in that moment, Trump zeroed in on the former Fox News anchor and made a mental note that she was his enemy. And when you make Donald Trump your enemy, you better be ready for a war to the death. Kelly had no clue as she called her question real journalism at its best. The next time we saw Trump and Kelly face off, she had transformed her outer appearance to match her inner struggles. She saw herself as the female warrior, taking on the big bad misogynist, and her short, slicked back hair, thick black eyeliner, and matching face paint meant she was ready for battle. This was the second Fox News debate, but by this time, the Kelly-Trump feud was already big headline news. Fast forward to election night when Trump won, Kelly's face was one of utter shock. She was banking on Trump losing, she needed him to lose. As president, Trump could deny her access to the White House. So, she sucked it up and went over to Trump Tower to acknowledge she needed him. He threw her a one-time interview, and that was it. She departed Fox for NBC and a multi-million-dollar contract, thinking her war with Trump would be worth it. Little did she know, she had already lost the war when she took on Trump. Kelly was a flop on NBC, a rating nightmare, and it's all over. The initial run of Megyn Kelly's Sunday news magazine show will reportedly be taken off the air at least 2 episodes earlier than scheduled because of her disastrous ratings, reports Breitbart. According to Page 6, Kelly's ratings-challenged Sunday show was announced as a limited summer run that would return after the football season. Breitbart adds, the network was reportedly angling for at least 10 episodes but apparently decided to end Kelly's misery after 8 episodes as Kelly's downward spiral in the ratings did not stop. People are not tuning in as expected to watch the once popular journalist, and along with her slipping numbers, sources reveal exclusively to Life and Style that Megyn's spirits are also dropping, Life and Style magazine reported, adding, Megyn's really worried, an NBC source says. Megyn, 47, has been reaching out to former Fox News colleagues, including Sean Hannity, but Sean hasn't returned her calls. Sources close to Kelly say she was indeed in shock, shaking and crying after the late-night call from NBC executives. Sure, NBC has to go ahead and try her morning show that's slated to start in September, but in reality, we've seen this movie before. Certain news anchors find a good niche like Kelly did on Fox. Their heads swell, and they think they are meant for greatness. Megyn Kelly underestimated the president, and like he said back then, Megyn Kelly really needs to be apologizing to me, she probably will regret this. Poor Megyn Kelly, she flew too close to the sun and got burned. Please share the story and tell us what you think by clicking one of the buttons below. We want to hear your voice.